And good morning on this amazing Friday. We're so happy you're here for the morning show. My name is Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
I forgot we're adding dance
well, because it's like, we got donuts and there's cake.
Yeah, you
all
are
like
ruining my diet efforts here, like miserably.
Not me. I just came in. I mean, so it was just kind of it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, but you brought the cookies last time. 2 platters.
So, and we still have cookies. So if you could make a cake sandwich, 2 cookies, a slice of cake, and
that actually sounds like a really good idea. I keep saying you're an innovator, so one day that'll catch on.
Oh, so something that will catch on as well. Word of the day.
Yay! Is that the reaction you want?
Yes, okay. That was actually believable.
Was it?
No.
Like, oh.
All right. So see how easy that one ripped off. All right. So our word of the day is coalesce. To grow together, to unite into a whole, or to fuse, to unite for a common end, join forces, to arise from the combination of distinct elements.
Oh. Are we coalesced, Marshall?
Pretty much. I mean, there's points where it's like we finish each other's sentences.
I know.
So, okay, so their sentence. Early in the primaries, voters began to coalesce behind a single candidate.
Why do they make their sentences about politics?
I don't know.
Have you noticed that?
They do. They're very political in their sentences.
Do they assume that's like something everybody would have an experience with?
I'm wondering. It's like maybe it's like an out of work policy wonk got a job as their sentence chooser.
Like think of all the different think of how dancers have to coalesce.
Right. I mean, there's so many things. It's like
the
morning show, the 2 hosts.
Should we write a really lengthy email to the creators?
No, because they won't read it. So
they won't?
I don't. It'll go to some flunky in publishing who's way on the totem pole.
But it would make me feel better.
Then go ahead and write it. Or just have ChatGPT write it.
That's true.
And send it.
Yeah.
So
we should have started a tally and kept track of how many sentences were bad versus how many sentences were
because the
good.
bad would have been winning.
Well, it is winning.
Yeah.
I know.
So
speaking of winning, what are you doing for Easter weekend? Do you celebrate Easter?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I don't have any plans at the moment. Maybe I will take a cue from Brandon and go hide some marshmallows around the house.
I like that idea. He dyes them, though. Are you going to dye your marshmallows?
You can get them already pastel colors, can't you? You used to be able to.
Cheating!
I don't need to dye. They're going to be like vinegar.
Yum.
I was like vinegar marshmallows.
That sounds like something you would like. You like pickled things.
Well, I do, but not pickled marshmallows.
Do you know that? Have you tried it?
No, but who was it? Now has like a whole pickle menu. Popeyes, and you can get.
Popeyes has a pickled menu?
Yeah, so you can get like pickle lemonade.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I could see that. I could get behind pickle lemonade, I think. Actually.
I got behind a sip.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Well, it was it was kind of like our tahini candies. It wasn't offensive, but it wasn't like.
See, you keep saying that, and I find them very offensive. So.
We had the one guest who just thought, "Oh, these are really good. Here, take a bag."
Did he go home with them?
I know he got a handful.
Oh, good.
So,
okay.
So yeah. And because your birthday falls on Easter.
It sure does.
I mean, are you getting like a birthday cake shaped like an egg with?
I don't know.
15 candles in it?
That's for Pat to be creative about or not. I did hear rumors about, because I love deviled eggs, and so I think my birthday candles are going in my own platter of deviled eggs is what I think is happening. Yeah, because we're having brunch with.
Then that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a variety of deviled eggs.
And unlike my family, Pat's family enjoys a good mimosa or 2 or 5. So I should be feeling pretty good by the end of brunch, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
deviled eggs and mimosas.
Right? How can you go wrong?
And I have a feeling it'll be a bottomless mimosa.
Yes.
Your glass will never be empty.
Yes. They are very good about that.
So,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this with another sweet surprise for you.
Well, I think we already let the cat out of the bag, but cake.
Cake. Pickle cake?
And happy Friday on the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We are here at the
Fabulous Arizona Center. And it's even more fabulous because it's Feed Melissa and Marshall Day.
We always love Feed Melissa and Marshall Day.
Exactly, we do.
Yeah. So we've got Cheyenne back. Hi.
Hi.
So
Hello.
you're doing something totally different this time.
Yeah, so last time I was here, it was my birthday. I
Yeah.
remember, and I was talking about my family's farm sanctuary. And back in September 23, I was like, I'm going to quit my full-time job and I'm going to open a bakery on the property, and came up with this concept, the cake cart.
It is so cute. Like
thanks.
I know we haven't tasted anything yet, but just visually, it is so cute. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so you've been doing this on property since 2023, you said? So people come to visit the farm and that's where they can get your yummy cakes?
Yeah, well, so the bakery, I just do custom orders, or I do pop-ups for that.
Okay.
But for the cake cart, I actually go to special events and set up there.
Oh,
and so
cool.
birthday parties, weddings, customer appreciation events. I've done a whole bunch of different types of parties and
This
things.
would be so fun at a wedding, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the way it works is you actually make your own cake?
Yeah,
Okay.
so what you would do, say you were hosting a party. As the host, you would work with us to pick out the cake flavors, frosting flavors, and toppings to offer your guests.
Ooh.
And then at the event, our staff hosts the whole entire thing here for it, so you don't have to touch any of it. We set up, we
Okay.
take down, we clean up, all that stuff. Your guests get to pick their cake flavor, their frosting flavor, and toppings based off of what you decided to offer them.
Oh, fun.
So today I've actually got a cookies and cream, I've got a Biscoff cookie, white almond and lemon cake, and then chocolate and vanilla frostings.
Okay.
So would
Yum.
you like to be my first guest here and tell me which cake flavor you'd like?
Yes, I would. Okay, so what is this one again?
This one's white almond.
Let's do the white almond.
All right. And do you want white frosting or chocolate frosting?
White frosting, please.
Okay. Whoop, let's hopefully we can.
Wow, you did it so beautifully.
It's so cute.
Yeah, exactly. It's already.
Right? We got to make it look cute. We can't just glove it
Yeah.
on
I'll
there.
never get my frosting to look like that.
No.
This
Okay.
is 20 years of doing cakes.
That's why
Make
your
sure
frosting
it's
doesn't
really
look like that.
straightforward.
I got a little more to go.
And
huh?
then you get to
Okay.
pick as many toppings as you want. If
Oh,
you're like my
boy.
niece, you're going to do one of
was gonna say,
everything. If you're
and
like
like
my other daughter, you're not going to do. Just going to do frosting. So it's totally up to you.
Gummies, gummies,
I'm
gummies.
not doing gummies. I'm going to do these and these and these.
Ooh, awesome. Okay, so we've got, since Easter's here, we've got some Easter eggs. And then because it is your birthday soon, we'll add some party sprinkles.
Yes.
Go down the center. And then make it nice and fun, some Fruity Pebbles. So at least it's cereal, right? Even it's cake for
Yeah.
breakfast and you've got cereal. Now every single one has the lid, so you can put the lid on it, you can eat it now, and then you get a fork and a napkin.
How cute.
And enjoy.
Wow.
Look at my little cake.
We should have brought a
That's-
candle and we could have sang
Wow.
happy birthday.
Isn't it cute for spring though?
That is indeed. That's
I
adorable.
love it. Okay, Marshall, do you get to make one too?
Absolutely.
Woohoo!
Which cake
I
flavor
will
do you
choose
want?
lemon.
Lemon. And did you want chocolate frosting or vanilla?
We'll go for chocolate.
Ooh, on lemon.
He's a trailblazer.
That's a first for me.
Oh, really?
The chocolate on lemon, yeah.
Well, citrus and chocolate go so well together.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Like the orange.
Orange and chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
All right, and then what toppings would you like?
So I will go for, let's go for some Oreo. And then we'll do some eggs.
Yeah, a little
You don't sound
Cadbury.
confident about that.
There's
No, 'cause
no
I'm-
pickles, so I don't know if you're looking for those,
Exactly.
but we're gonna
And then we need like a little pop of color, so let's do some sprinkles on there to kind of bring out that.
sprinkles make
Yeah.
everything better,
Exactly.
in my opinion. If you host a party of over 100 people, you actually get to pick your own sprinkle blend and your tin color, and then coordinating napkins.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
Very
there's that.
fancy.
So let me grab you a
Oh
fork.
my gosh.
All right.
All right.
Cheers, Marshall, with our cakes. Bink.
Cheers.
Okay.
Those
I'm
are some
excited.
fun-looking cakes there.
Indeed.
I'm so messy. I don't see this going well.
It's
know,
probably
it's
going
like-
to go all over the floor.
Well, and I'm like, move away from
The
the other.
sprinkles.
That's
That's
really
really
good.
good.
Thanks.
mean,
I like
love-
that. I like the mms.
I really like the hint of lemon with the chocolate and everything else.
Yum.
You don't
Whoa.
miss the pickles on that one? We're good, right?
I don't miss
Yeah.
the pickles at all on
Yeah.
this. I thought I would, but
This is like all the fun of frozen yogurt, but on a cake. Like, I love
Right.
that. Yeah. My mom gets upset, so whenever I bring my mom to do froyo, it's like a half-hour long experience because she's very thoughtful about what she puts on top, and she like loads it up, like loads it. So I can imagine her having a blast doing this with the cakes.
It's a lot of fun for parties and things because people get to choose what they want. So
Yeah.
right, like I love chocolate. So for me, everything's gonna be chocolate, 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 and chocolate. But my husband is not a fan of chocolate. So he would be so upset if like the only option for cake was chocolate. He'd be like, I'm good. I'm not gonna have any of that. But this way, we could have chocolate cake as one of the options, or lemon. That's actually his favorite. It's actually modeled off of his grandmother's recipe for lemon cake.
cool.
Yeah, and so he would pick that, and everyone gets kind of their own thing. And you think about, have you ever gone to a wedding and there's this huge, beautiful cake, and you're waiting for the slices, and you get these teeny tiny little slices, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
great, but maybe not my favorite flavor. This. Everyone gets this. I always think it can replace a party favor too, because people
Totally.
take it with them, put the lid on it afterwards.
yeah.
That's a really good idea. Do you have a minimum? Like, is there like, you have to have at least so many people to do it?
So 25 is the minimum.
25, okay.
And then that's the minimum for the cake flavors as well. So like if you only have 25, then I recommend, then it would be only one cake flavor.
Okay.
If you have like 150, you technically could do a lot more. It would be 6 flavors, but people get decision fatigue. So I recommend not having more than 3 options.
Okay.
And on my website, I have a full list of all the different flavors that I offer. And then I'm actually a vegan baker as well. And so
Oh,
I do a
nice.
lot of plant-based, and I can do the whole entire thing plant-based.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
very cool.
So that's actually a question that I have. A lot of people, when they do small cakes like this, it comes out kind of dry, but like this is super moist. Like, how do you keep it so moist?
Oh, that's an insider secret. No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say it's like, yeah, no, I can't tell you. Otherwise, I have to kill you. Sorry.
One of the things was so back in the day when I first started baking, I said I've been doing this for a really long time. I made like the Is It Cake cakes, sculpted cakes for my kids'
Wow.
birthdays and neighbors and friends. I was an art major in high school, and I thought, oh, this is fun. It's a different medium.
Yeah.
But the cakes, to have the structural integrity, were not very flavorful. And so I didn't really care for it. So when I decided to open the bakery on the farm, I was like, I am going to work on these recipes, and I am going to get them to be yummy, tasty, what I call bakery style cakes, right? So I want the moisture, I want the flavor in there, and they don't need to look like, you know, a PlayStation or something anymore,
Right.
or a football helmet. I did a lot of football helmets. Or like a Hulk. My son really loved the Incredible Hulk, and so I did like a fist coming out of the cake, you know, really fun, crazy things like that. So all my cakes now, because I do regular cakes as well, I really worked on the recipes to make sure they have that moisture. And then while they're actually cooking, so this is an insider secret here, after they're done cooking, before they're cool, I put the lid on, and so the condensation stays inside for these, because these do tend to dry out. And same with cupcakes. Cupcakes tend to dry out. You put them in the fridge even, and then when cake is cold, it tends to have a more dry texture to it, even though it's not dry. You have to think if it's made with butters, that butter is going to be
so that's
solid
solid.
in there.
Right.
And so room temperature cake is always more moist, and then putting the lid on before it's completely cool, make sure that none of that steam is going out into the ethers. It is staying
smart.
inside those cakes.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Look at, I learned something new.
Yeah, so
about
next time you
baking.
bake a cake,
Yeah.
put the lid on it.
So my husband and I try to, we're not bakers at all, but we usually make each other cakes for each other's birthdays. We don't do like store-bought ones. So
That's fun.
yeah, so that, but I will say I've had a few dry cakes that I have offered up. So
for cakes without lids, you can actually wrap them in saran wrap before they're completely cool. Give it like a few minutes in the pan before you turn it over, and then that way it'll cool inside there, and so the saran wrap will hold it, or put it in a Ziploc baggie or something like that. So you can do the same thing. Some bakers use simple syrup, so they will add a simple syrup after the fact, and that's something that I don't really care for, the aftertaste of most simple syrup, so that's why I don't use those in my baking. But.
Interesting.
So, and my family's from the South, and so people think it's really weird that I usually, when I eat cake, I want it in a bowl so that way I can put milk on it. So if it's dry, then
that is really odd. Yeah, I would never have thought of doing that.
No, that's just kind of how I grew up eating cake.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Like a lot of milk? Like just like a dab to
Well, you
to
know, it's
moisten
like,
it?
I mean, enough that it's like it soaks into the cake, and so.
I mean, people do.
no! Good catch.
Yeah.
Woo!
People do put ice cream on cake. That would be the same
yeah.
thing as
That's
it starts
Right.
to melt, or
Right.
like a tres leches cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
got
a good tres
milk.
leches.
See, but you know what? I don't like that. I don't like putting ice cream on my cake. I don't like tres leches cake.
Wow.
Is it a texture thing for you?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. My husband loves tres leches though. So
Yeah.
Although at one point I had a matcha tres leches.
I love
life
matcha.
That was like life changing.
Yeah.
I bet.
I still think about that dessert. So
Okay.
Was it here local? Because
it
was.
was.
Like, we need to
actually,
know where it is.
actually, it was, and actually, it was. There was down in the Larry building down on Grant next to ASU. So it's actually the folks that are going to be doing the museum at the restaurant at the art museum.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
So they need to put that matcha
That's why I
tres
keep-
leches
it's like
back on the
they-
menu
they-
so we can try it.
Well, and it was one of those things where they didn't really sell it. It was kind of like, it's like, it was I think in a design way, it was kind of an afterthought. They're like, hey, let's try this.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't the desserts they were pushing, and so it's like, well, let's get the one you're pushing, and then we're going to get this other one. And the matcha was, oh my, because the matcha is such a great, that bitterness, that earthiness I mean, when you put that next to a little bit of sweetness,
It's one of my favorite frostings to put on the white almond cake.
Ooh, I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super yummy.
That would be good.
Yeah, for an anniversary we did a matcha cake with chocolate icing. So.
Oh yeah.
Yum. Okay, well, let people know where they can find out more information about the cake cart and book you to come out to their events.
Yeah, absolutely. So all my information's on the website, thecakecart.com, and we're on social media as Cake Cart Co. And you can book straight on there. You send me a little email message and it get all the information, all the pricing's on there, your flavor choices are on there, and all the good stuff, like tons of information. So
I love it. Yeah, and if you have an event coming up, seriously, this is so fun. It's so yummy.
Yeah.
I think this will be totally memorable.
And
such a
everybody
hit.
would love it. I
Yeah.
mean, from little to big.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us again and
Yeah.
sharing your cake cart with us. We
I
love
know.
it. We're going to take a little bit longer break than usual because Marshall and I are going to eat our
We have
cakes.
some
Yeah,
well, maybe
we've
not
got
the whole
some
thing.
business to attend to.
Right.
So, but we'll be right back after this.
Thank you for sticking with us on this Friday morning. I'm Marshall Shore on the morning show.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here
We're
at
the fabulous Arizona Center, and we're all hopped up on sugar.
Everything's better with cake.
Yeah.
I know.
Indeed.
Also, we just want to point out this is your last chance to appreciate our little bunny here because when we come back, Easter will be over.
Indeed. And your birthday will be over.
And
as
my
well.
birthday will be, it's my birthday month, Marshall.
okay.
It doesn't end
Okay.
on the day of.
But you know, I mean, it's so funny because I'm like, he's still standing strong. He's a little smaller than he was.
His head is hanging in there.
I know.
pretty
It's like,
good.
but his body keeps getting small. He's like Hello Kitty. It's like his body's getting small and his head's like.
Or it's like, I know this sounds bad. Have you heard about like that happening with all these people that are on Ozempic? Like their heads look really big because everybody's getting really skinny.
Oh, it's creating a
everyone's
nation of
walking around
Hello
like
Kitties.
bobbleheads, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's almost a reason to go on it.
Oh, Marshall!
My head will get really big.
Let's just get you a Hello Kitty head. How about that?
I'm fine with that solution.
Okay, good. I feel better about that too. That's good. That's good. Okay, well, I'm going to nibble on some cake while you give me a history lesson, Mr. Marshall.
All right. You know, one of the beautiful things about Arizona is there are so many geological formations. You've got the White Mountains, the Black Mountains, and so many really unique rock formations.
Yeah.
One of the most, I think, interesting is the Chiricahua National Monument.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so that was actually became a national monument today by proclamation of Calvin Coolidge back in 1924 down near Wilcox. And so when you look at these, you're like, how did these ever form in nature?
Yeah.
And so basically it was a volcanic eruption, and everything cooled down, and then erosion came in. And so basically like 12,000 acres of that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's basically a sky island, and you can see a lot of wildlife there. We saw cotamundi and lots of cool things. But I will say, note of caution, when Pat and I went, we brought our dog Charlie because we like to bring him on adventures. There's actually not a lot of areas in the Chiricahuas that you can bring a dog. And it's because of the wildlife. There are a lot of bears, there's a lot of predatory animals out there, and so it's for the safety of the animals and the people.
And your pets.
So Pat and I kept having to trade. Like it was like during the parent pass at Disneyland, like one of us would wait with Charlie and the other one would go hike down a little bit and then swap out. So
that's a good point.
Yeah. So we wish we had known. And honestly, it was our bad because like if you look at their site and stuff, it'll say right on there. Yeah. But no, it's absolutely stunning, and it's such a cool little town to stay in. And
yeah. I mean, and such a beautiful, and I love how the rock formations are so different than anything else you'll see.
Yeah. Oh, and they have a really cool little bookshop down in the town, and it was so funny because like there was nobody in there, and I kept like peeking in, and this woman comes over, she's like, do you want to go in? I'm running the business next door right now, but I can open up the bookstore. And I was like, yeah. So I got to go in like by myself and just hang out. There was all these old westerns and just like really cool. Have you been in it?
No, because there's also one in Benson that's like Singing Winds.
Okay.
That it's like someone's house. It's like they just started buying all these books, and so now it's new and old books, and so it's so much fun to go into.
That's how this one is. Like the front is kind of like a lot of really old stuff, and then as you peek around, there's like, oh, that's new, But yeah, it's just kind of a weird hodgepodge of things.
Exactly. I love bookstores like that because you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. Well, shall we celebrate since we have some cake on hand?
Exactly. Let's celebrate. So, I know your birthday's coming up.
It sure is.
It's also National Piñata Day.
Ooh.
So, it's like where you basically string something up and you get to whack it with a stick.
Yes.
And so you could get one of those. Now, it's interesting because it's like, I always thought they were Mexican. But the original kind of story is they start off in China.
Really?
And they were basically shapes of animals, and they were for good luck. And it was basically the coming growing season. So they would fill them with seeds, not candy.
Okay.
So, and I think over time, it's like, it just became a fun thing to just whack with a stick.
I've got a lot of general rage right now, so a piñata wouldn't be the worst thing for my birthday.
Or a good thing for your birthday. Help you get out those aggressions
that's what I'm saying,
and not on Pat, but on something else.
Or I could just go to one of those rage rooms. Have you done one of those? Where they give you like gear, like goggles and a suit, and then you pick out equipment that you get to smash, and then
it's like one of these like smash shops where I had a friend who did that with an old car. It's like you could buy time on a sledgehammer and you just get a whack.
There was like an old printer from the 80s that would not die. Like no matter how much we like beat that thing, it just like was solid, and it was like so infuriating because
Well, because things were well built. So
I know.
It was probably a tank in a former life.
It absolutely was.
All right. It is also International Amateur Radio Day.
Okay.
And so what is cool about that is, so it marks the founding of the International Amateur Radio Union back in 1925, and probably one of Arizona's most famous amateur radio folks, Barry Goldwater.
Oh.
So he loved his radio and would travel with it, so that's why I thought it was what a great day to celebrate.
If you want to watch something kind of funny to celebrate today, one of my favorite Munsters episodes is Herman gets a ham radio, and he thinks he's made contact with people from Mars, and then, hilarity.
Or Barry Goldwater.
Yeah. It's really cute, yeah.
Aww. As well as today is International Jugglers Day.
Ooh.
So it's really to honor that skill of just either balls. I've got one friend who does like chainsaws and apples at the same time.
Of course you do.
So
that doesn't surprise me at all that you have a friend who does that.
And then it's like, and he'll take a bite out of the apple, not the chainsaw.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Do you juggle? Can you juggle?
I've tried. So actually, I tried learning while I was in New York. The only caveat was I had people below me.
Oh.
And you drop it a lot of times, so I kind of stopped practicing.
There you go.
Because I didn't want to be on the street doing bad juggling. I was like, I'll do it in privacy in my own apartment.
Someone would have taken pity on you probably. I'm like, here you go.
Here's a pity dollar. Hopefully you'll get better. Probably not, but so no, I mean, the people downstairs got really upset, so.
Yeah, I don't have the coordination for juggling.
I'm like, nope,
No.
not in my wheelhouse, and I'm okay with that. And then, oh my gosh, Animal Cracker Day.
Ooh.
So, I mean, they started off, they basically became imported into the U.S. in the 1800s. And by 1902, Barnwell and Bailey basically were the ones celebrating them, selling them at the zoo. And then Nabisco started designing the familiar box, although this is an older design because now the animals are free range. They're no longer in cages on the box. But oh my gosh,
Okay.
I just love the fact that, I mean, there were so many animals. Sometimes you could tell what animal it is. Sometimes it's like, could be a lion, could be an elephant, but a tasty treat nonetheless.
I love animal crackers. That was a smart partnership with the circus. That was
I mean, to celebrate the animals, and you could man-eating tiger. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. But
Good marketing. Good marketing.
Exactly. All right. So, are there any circuses we could do? What's going? What's going on?
While I don't think we have any circuses going on, I can offer you, I think, equal entertainment value to a circus. How's that?
Oh.
We've got, actually, this one's really cool. This is one of my favorites. I do try to see them whenever they're in town. This is the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater at
fun.
Mesa Arts Center. Yep, 8 p.m. Tonight and tomorrow. So they're celebrating 60 years of unparalleled artistry. They never fail to remind us of the power of dance to bring people together, and that's what I love about this company. The dancers, use their trademark technical brilliance and passionate energy and then bring audiences to their feet at every performance. Their choreography is just groundbreaking. They're a very forward-thinking company, and they are returning today with some new and beloved kind of classic works. So tickets are $48 to $74 depending on your seating choice. And Mesa Arts Center, can't go wrong. Beautiful venue.
Right.
We've also got Echo of Alt. It's a tribute to Nirvana at I love the name of this place. Poor Decisions Patio and Kitchen in Scottsdale. But poor is spelled P-O-U-R.
Right, so
yeah, smart, clever, I like it.
And after too many, you could have some poor decisions made.
Absolutely, yes. So as you might have guessed, this is all about 90s alternative rock, grunge, and the sole focus of Echo is that alt tribute to Nirvana. They try to accurately as possible recreate the music in its most powerful sense, and the result is pretty exceptional. I think you'll really enjoy it if you are a Nirvana fan. There is no cover, and that is also at 8 p.m. tonight. So we've also got the Gasolina Latin Party at the Marquee Theater in Tempe.
Ooh.
Yep, that's kicking off at 9 p.m. It is a reggaeton party known for high energy Latin beats. And it's just supposed to be straight fuego, straight fire, a night to dance and let loose. So $20 to $30 depending on the ticket you choose. This is an 18 plus event for that one. Okay, this is
Put on your dancing shoes for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is me. This is my
It's a 3 o'clock event?
No, this is my genre that I am guilty of.
Okay.
I am an elder emo, and so we've got Sugar We're Going Down Dancing emo night at the Thunderbird Lounge in Phoenix at 9 p.m. tonight. So Trent is going to be playing emo selections, so spinning favorites from Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Pierce the Veil, Fall Out Boy, and many, many more. Like I said, this is the realm that I lived in for most of my life. So 21 plus and totally free to come on down and enjoy an emo night. If emo is not your shtick, you could always go see our beloved drag queen, Barbara Seville, at the, what did we decide? Playa.
I would say
No
Playa.
playas, just Playa. Playa 2 Bar and Grill in Phoenix at 7 p.m. So basically it's drag queen bingo with Miss Gay Southern America herself. And then there will be 40 chances to win prizes. So you have no excuse not to win something, I feel like,
I know,
with
at
40
$10,
chances.
I mean, that's like a quarter a play. I mean, it's like, that's...
I know. Karaoke is going to follow after bingo. So this whole thing goes down from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. So $10 to play, and it's a 21 plus event in case you couldn't guess that. We've also got an Earth Day celebration because that is an important thing to recognize. In conjunction with the Earth Day celebration, there's some dog adoptions happening at the event, and this is at Bushmaster Park in Flagstaff at 11. So if you want to head up north a little bit, you can join in for basically an event and a workshop to create your own dog toys. How fun is that?
Ooh.
So you can meet, play, and adopt some of the awesome canine companions. They'll have puppies, they'll have seniors, they have all sorts of good boys and girls to bring home if you want. And then, like I said, you can do a workshop to create your own dog toy. So that's starting at 11 a.m. and that is
You
totally
could get
free.
Shirley a friend.
I could. I can't decide if that would be a total disaster or like a really good thing for him, because like I saw this video of a really crazy dog, and then there was like a really mellow one that was basically like petting him to calm the crazy dog down. And I was like, maybe we need a Buddha dog for Charlie. Yeah. Okay. We've also got Beach Blanket Bebop at the Gaslight Theater in Tucson at 8:30. Summertime in Surfside, California means hitting the beach, catching a wave, or a visit to the boardwalk. And it's the 1960s. The sun always shines and the surf is always up. However, dark clouds are forming on the horizon. Greedy developers threaten to demolish this very way of existence. Can they be stopped? Will there be fun, romance, and music along the way? Find out in Beach Blanket Bebop. It's the swinginest, surfinest show yet.
I'm like, what will Frankie do? What will happen to
Annette Funicello?
Exactly.
Okay, we've got doors opening at 7:30. There is shows at 8:30 p.m. and $28 for adults, $18 for children. And then there is a discount if you're a student or in the military.
I thought if you wore like your swimwear.
That would be fun. I do wish that was also an available discount.
I got a Speedo.
I love how you just... I didn't even have to say anything. You were just like, oh gosh.
Yeah, like no, wouldn't torture myself or anyone else with that.
Oh boy. All right. Well, now it's our life's mission to get a photo of Marshall in his Speedo at some point, so that's going to happen. We did get a bonus event sent in, actually, by NAU.
Oh!
Yeah, so if you're in Flagstaff for that Earth Day dog adoption event, you can also check this out. So this is Green Hearts in the Park at Luis Yellowman County Park in Tuba City at 11 a.m. Wait, Tuba City is not Flagstaff. I guess it was just sent in by NAU. Okay. But basically, this is through NAU's PRM 325 special event planning class. It's a student planning committee and is in a partnership with Friends of the Coconino County Parks. And basically, this event is going to be an Earth Day themed event. And they want to engage the community in recreational activities and focus on sustainability and raising funds for any sort of park improvements. So 11 to 3 p.m. And this is at Main Street in Tuba City.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little road trip to Tuba City.
I don't know that I've been to Tuba City.
So my adventure to Tuba City included, so there was a roadside stand that did snow cones.
Snow cones, our favorite.
And so there was then, and I forget, they had a name for it, but it was a snow cone with flavoring and pickles.
We're back to the pickles.
And we're
it all
back
comes
to
back
pickles.
to pickles.
And I was like, I gotta try it.
Yeah, you did.
I did try
Your
it.
face doesn't look pleased about the experience,
I
though.
have a feeling it was a once in a lifetime experience. I'm glad I experienced it.
Are you? Are you glad you did it?
Yeah, because now I know I don't have to do it again.
There you go. Okay.
So it's
All
not
right.
like, oh, well, is it good? Maybe it is. Yeah.
See, I feel like I might like that again. I don't know.
So, you never
gotta
know
find
until
the
you
pickle-
try. I
the
mean, that's
pickle,
why I was like, I want to give it a
snow cone.
shot.
All right. Well, we want to invite you to send in celebrations, birthdays, anything that you might want us to shout out, whether it's for you, a friend, a family member. We want to hear about it. We want to celebrate with you.
Maybe you're doing something in Tuba City. Maybe you're doing something in Tubac. Maybe Bisbee.
Maybe you tried a pickle snow cone and you just want to share about your experience and commiserate with Marshall. It's all okay.
Maybe you really loved your pickled snow cone.
It's better with pictures, just saying, of the pickle snow cone, not your pickle. Anne will kill us if that starts happening. Okay.
And we're back to the Speedo. Thanks.
You can send us your events, your birthdays, your celebrations, all that good stuff on Instagram at On The Morning Show, or you can also email us at hello@onthemorningshow.com.
Was that hello at onthemorningshow.com?
It was hello at onthemorningshow.com. Hello. Hello. It's so funny. We say this all the time. And the other day I was sitting at the table with Anne and I'm like, what is our email address? Like I could not remember what it was.
Well, we need a little sticker so that way.
Yeah, we just need like signs everywhere of all of
Exactly.
our things.
Right.
I know. I did order a poster though for our newsletter, so that's coming. So yay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this has been a super fun Friday on my birthday eve.
I know, as we get ready for Easter, your birthday,
Yeah.
all kinds of fun celebrations.
And thank you to the Cake Cart for giving us some sugary sweet
Indeed,
yumminess
a little,
to kick off our weekend.
Right, my blood sugar spiking now. I'm going to go take a nap.
You're gonna go take a nap. That's disappointing.
Well, that spike of the sugar. Now we're kind of.
I get Well, if you're like Marshall and you're also taking a nap, I hope you wake up and go do something cool and amazing and local with your time this weekend. If you do, make sure you share it with us. We love to hear about what you're up to. And have a wonderful weekend. We'll be right back on Monday.
Exactly. Monday.